SSL has a sound. That's what SSL is. It's the sound. SSL has a sound, and people want to hear that sound. That's the sound. You listen to the records that are made today, it's SSL. Now, all of us give it its own twist, okay, and we make it special, but you know what? Whether it's like horse racing or car racing, you need that good vehicle. You need that good horse. You need that good instrument to start with. And that's why you start with an SSL. Well, I've been a huge SSL fan from the beginning. I was one of the first people to ever use the J, first people to use the K. I want to say I was the first person to use a G, but I wasn't. But the J's and K's, I was there, and I've always used G's and E's. I've always been a huge fan of SSL. I built a studio in Japan, and we put one of these in there. I built studios for Babyface. We've put in a couple of SSLs. I have my own facility that I put in an SSL, and there are many studios I've worked at that I've convinced them to put in SSLs. Why SSL? Real simple. Sounds great. It's durable. No maintenance issues. And it's total functionality. Everything is great on an SSL, from the automation to the EQ to the sends to the routing. All of it is just fantastic, and it's the sound. It is the sound. So I had a choice to put in whatever I wanted in my place. What did I going to put in? I'm going to put in an SSL. So I've just always been a believer. If you want me to do it in the box, I'm happy to do it in the box. It just doesn't sound as good. We know that. It's a hard thing to live with, and we understand speed and recallability and understand all those things. But you can do that with an SSL as well. But the sound of doing it in the box, and I've even just done mixes, whether it's in the box, and bring up 8 channels just into the console. And just run it through the console, put on the quad compressor, and boom, it's a whole new thing. So just trying to do it in the box is, I understand it, I appreciate it, but luckily I still own a console, and so I'm going to go that way. And I think that when you have the choice, there was a client I've worked with quite a bit, and I want to say a few years ago, I didn't see him for a while, and he said, well, because I've been doing all my mixes in the box. And I said, that's cool. And he asked me to do a mix for him, and I said, do you want me to do it in the box? Because I'd be happy to, if that's it. No, go ahead and do it how you do it. So I bring it up to the console, do my thing, send him the mix the next day, and he goes, really does sound better through a console, doesn't it? I said, I don't want to be the one that say I told you so, but it does sound better going through a console. I still managed to do some other things. This year I music supervised 2 movies. So they're more low-budget indie movies that are like around the $5 to $10 million range. But I get to put in a lot of bands that I work with. I put a lot of bands from the UK in there. So I'm starting to move a lot more into music supervision for movies, which has been that's been a real treat and kind of fun for a lot of different reasons. So that's been taking up some of my time. I also still mix records all the time. I've been lucky that I built relationships over the last 10 years all over the world. I hope they come back for a couple reasons. Hopefully they like the work that I do, and that has to do all with SSLs. Hopefully they love the work that I do. I also pride myself, I'm honest, and I work hard, and I deliver. I deliver things on time, I deliver things on budgets, and I just kind of feel I'm a good person. So I hope that comes across, and so far it has. People come back. Listen, everybody moves on, and we all understand that. We all understand that. But it's great when they come back, and I'm lucky that a lot of people do come back, and I think it's, if you're fair and honest with everybody and don't, give them too much crap, and, I'm not into I'm not into games and stuff like that. It's like, let's make great music, or let's make a great product, whether it's a ringtone, whether it's music, whether it's a post-production thing, whatever it is, let's make a great thing, and hopefully that should bring everybody back.